Hi everybody, this is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and I wanted to come to you today and show you how I made this pocket card. I made this card and I posted it to my Facebook page, Randy's Crafty Creations, a couple weeks ago, and I had some inquiries about a video for measurements and such, and I'm sorry I'm just getting to it now, but it's been a crazy busy summer, not in a bad way. So anyhow, I'm going to be making this using our Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, okay, for the phrase inside the card. So this stamp set's very pretty, it matches the paper. This is the paper I'm using from the suite, but I like the phrases. All right, so this time we're using for the inside, not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. And we're using the thank you from the Magnolia Blooms set. Now you're going to tell me that you don't see this in the regular catalog, and you're right. That is in our special little brochure here. That is really great for beginning stampers. It's got some kits in here. It's got some smaller stamp sets. Just to make it quick and easy to create. If you don't like to go, you know, as far in depth, or you're not an experienced stamper yet, and you don't want to go as in depth, and you find something like this overwhelming. So it's a great compromise. So anyway, I got this set because it's a companion to that one, and we're going to be using this thank you here. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. We are going to be using our Mossy Meadow ink. We're going to be using our Terran tape. We are going to be using our Petal Pink ribbon. All right. And then let me tell you about our papers. So this is your Magnolia Designer Series paper, and this particular piece is cut 6 inches by 10 1/4. Okay, so that's what we're going to use to make our pocket. This piece of Mossy Meadow is cut 4 by 5 1/4. This piece of Petal Pink is cut 3 3/4 by 5. And this one is cut 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Okay, so I just kept going down in size because basically I'm just going to build the layers like that so it slides in and out of the card. All right. I'm also using one of my stitched ovals. As I've showed you guys before in videos, I keep a baggie on my desk, several baggies on my desk of all different sizes of the stitch shapes that I use because I use them for almost everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll stamp the thank you on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's do the pocket part first. Let's go ahead and move this over. I'll just actually put that up there. All right, so you're going to need your scoreboard. All right, and you are going to score your piece. Let me get in the frame here. Okay, you're going to score your piece that's 6 inches by 10 1/4. All right, you're going to score it at 3 1/8. Okay, 3 1/8. And then for me, I'm just going to flip it around and score it at 3 1/8 again, because that's quite honestly easy for me. All right, so I have those two. Let me just go ahead and, all right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to score at 5 1/2 all the way down the paper. Okay, so I'm going all the way down, and I know that's not in camera all the way down to the end, but I'm going to score all the way down to the end, and that's going to give us our flap. All right, so let's go ahead and move this out of our way and get our paper trimmer out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use scissors. It'll be easier. All right, so I'm going to get my scissors. And where we have the score line, I'm going to go ahead and fold it for you. Okay, so that's where we have our score line, is there and there. So I don't necessarily cut straight, which is why I usually get my trimmer. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut along the score line, because I'm going to throw this piece away. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to cut on this score line. And throw that piece away. All right, now I'm going to miter the ends. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off and cut that off. All right, so now I have a piece that looks like that. That is our pocket. How easy can that be? So again, this piece is 6 by 10 1/4. If you score the one side of 5 1/2, that gives you this flap, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take and fold. We don't need to score it. You can, but we don't need to. We're going to fold this piece in, okay, just the corner, and that's going to give us this nice clean line here. All right, so let's go ahead and burnish that. We do that on the other side, and we're just going to fold it up to the score line. Okay, and burnish that. All right, and now we are ready to put this piece together. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little, I'm not going to put adhesive on my flaps. You don't have to, because once we glue this together, that's going to stay closed. You certainly can. I did not. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a little adhesive here. Use my snail. And let's go take it out here. All right, use my snail, and I'm going to put that on just like that. Okay, not that big a deal. Here is where I'm going to put my tear and tape. All right, and I'm going to put my tear and tape there because that's the part that we really want to be sure stays tight, because that is what is holding our card together. All right, so I've got my tear and tape on there. Get this piece up here. Okay, and I'm going to fold it over. Whoops, sorry, I didn't fold it evenly. Let's try that again. All right, I'm going to fold it over nice and evenly. There we go. All right, I'm going to get my bone folder, and I'm really going to burnish it, because like I said, that is what is going to hold this together. Okay, so there is my pocket. Right, easy peasy. All right, so now let's go ahead and do some stamping. So let's get our oval here and our ink. All right, and again, I said we're using Mossy Meadow. We're going to use the thank you on this one. There we go. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle. Thank you. All right. I like the way that's stamped. Okay, moving that aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment right in the middle here. So let me go ahead and line this up on my grid marks on my mat. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle-ish. All right, and I still have plenty of room to write on the top and the bottom. All right, let me go ahead and get my snail again. And we're going to go ahead and put that on here. Sorry. Okay, and again. And we're going to put our petal pink on our Mossy Meadow layer. Super easy to make, but it's such a pretty card. And it definitely looks harder than it is. All right, so once we've adhered that, we've stamped on this and put all this together, we can go ahead and slide this into here. All right, sliding it out, which is nice. I like to put my sentiment right below where the pocket is. You could put, what could you put up there? You could put a, hold on, I have a, little magnolia. You could put a little magnolia up there if you wanted to. Up to you. Or you could leave it plain, but that would be pretty too. And in this way you'd see it through there. So we'll see when I get the ribbon tied. All right, so let's go ahead and tie a piece of ribbon around this. You want to cut yourself off enough to tie a bow. I'll go ahead and get my scissors. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and tie the bow. All right, so I'll move it aside. It's easier for me if I work in the middle. So the first thing that everybody ties bows differently. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot, because if I don't tie a knot, then I can't tie the bow. I actually usually use a faux bow, but on this one, I wanted to use a real bow. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and slide this over to the side, because that's where I wanted it to be. And I do want my bow sideways. So I'm going to go ahead and tie it over here. Okay, there we go. And pull that through a little bit and keep messing with it until, until you like all of your bow tabs. Anyhow, all right, there's that. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some dimensionals. This does fit in your regular size A2 envelope, since it's your standard size card. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 dimensionals. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right on top of my ribbon. Just like that. And I do think actually that I want to use that little Magnolia. And this little Magnolia is in the Hello Magnolia set. And all I did was cut it. I had made some cards a while back, and I had just cut a bunch of these out and colored them. So that's why it was right up there ready to go. And so that's kind of nice. And then you can pull it out. And there you go. And you can write on that. And that is how I made this pocket card. So thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more videos once school starts again. You can always catch my most recent projects on Facebook, on my Randy's Crafty Creations Facebook page. And if you have any questions, you can email me at randycollins.247@gmail.com. So again, thanks for watching and have a great day.